Alright everyone, excuse me, yet another video series coming off. What are you looking at? Well, you're looking at a lot of reclaimed wood. As you can see, it's not the best quality of stuff, but it was recovered from a field, okay? It was basically a bit of fencing that had been washed down the river and washed up on a bank and then left to rot for a week, not a week, a year or more. So the wood's got quite a lot of staining in it. You'll see there's only one or two bits that have got any rot in it. It's pine, and while pine is quite soft anyway, this stuff is all quite solid. You know, there's nothing in it that's well, there's little bits maybe that have suffered some rot. You know, that bit is black, but it's still quite firm. It's no crumbling. You know, it's been sitting here for drying out for quite a number of months. I've got more here. You know, obviously there's screw holes and nail holes in it, but the intention is to build a magazine shelf or bookcase, if you want. It's not simple. It's going to have a couple of sides, some slats on the back to give it some reinforcing, and some shelves. Now I'm not going to release this video for quite a period of time, because I want to get to working at this on the good days when the weather's fine, and the weather's quite good today, so I'm going to have a crack on at it. It's mid-January 2015, so this has been sitting in the house since last summer, so I've not done much with it. I've been busy with other stuff. I was working for a period, and now unfortunately I'm not working anymore, so I've got a bit more free time on my hands. I've still got to use that to find work, of course, and to feed myself and do all the usual activities to get through the day. But this is going to be a little project to keep myself occupied, I guess, until I find something better to do with my time. Now, all these planks, they all had wood staining on them, so that would have helped to preserve and protect the wood for a significant period of time. And in general, you know, the wood preservative was still, or the wood staining was still in quite a decent condition. In some areas, the staining had begun to to disintegrate, but you know, it was getting quite thin and the wood was starting to show through. So those parts of the wood were maybe not as well protected as other parts, but in general the wood's been fine. Now, one of the main reasons I initially spotted the bit of fencing was because of these larger posts. They're like 2x4s, I think. I was going to use them for a workbench, but I've no longer any requirement to build any more workbenches in the garage. The garage has got enough workbenches. So I've decided what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to mark it out in the midpoint. I'm going to scribe a line all the way up and down this post, and then I'm going to cut through that 2x4, so I'll end up with two 1x4s. Now, I had two posts. That was the other one there. You can see where the grain lines up, and I cut that with a handsaw, and then just put an electric planer over, and that's fine. You know, it's worked out fine. You know, it's two half decent planks of wood there. Yeah, they've got nail holes in them and they're a little bit stained, but a bit of wood filler and a bit of paint and that'll be perfect. So the intention is if I can get this arranged, there's something in my way here, but basically the intention is to have these two planks, right, okay, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate that, but these two planks are going to be fitted together in that sort of fashion, yeah. You know, they're going to be joined together, and that's going to form, so let's say, the left hand side of the bookcase or the magazine rack. This thicker post then, which once it's cut and dressed, will form the opposite side. And then these smaller planks then, they'll form the shelves and the sort of support structure at the back of the unit. Now, if you can imagine it, I'm just going to have like two sides with a series of shelves going from the top to the bottom. Now, anyone that's built any of these things before knows that without any sort of bracing, that whole structure is quite flexible. It'll go left and right very easily. And while pine is a perfectly adequate building material, it's not super strong. Oh shit! Screws will pull out, you know, because the wood is relatively soft, and you know, you need to have a little bit of bracing in there. So I'm just going to have more of these planks at 45 degrees screwed into both the shelf, or the shelves, and the sides of the unit, so that they'll all be joined in a sort of lattice sort of frame, so it should be fairly rigid. Right, that's enough now. That's going to be my plans anyway. So I've got the materials. I've got to do a little bit of cutting and dressing yet to that bigger post. Then I've got to start thinking about you know, some of these. Most of these are in fair shape. Some of them are maybe needing a little bit of sanding and, you know, just a little bit of dressing, further dressing to be done to them. And then I'll need to start thinking about getting it all cut to size and assembled. So I've got no time scale on this. I'm hoping to do it in the next 2 to 3 months. You know, I've got other commitments. Like I said, I've got to find work, and I've got a kitchen table. Like, well, you can see what that's like. Oh yeah. So until next time, folks, hope you're having a good one, and see you again soon. Bye for now.